Hello guys, welcome back to AD1221 News. My name's Abdul.com. Something has been bothering me here, and I want to get down to the bottom of this here. As you know, since 1.3 up the patch of Zenless Zone Zero, they're choosing not to credit their English VAs. I mean, what kind of absurdity is this here? Here, honestly. Like, literally. Genshin Impact and Hawkeye Star would not even do this type of crap to get game players like this, let alone here in Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero has only been crediting VAs up until 1.3, version 1.3, and since then, they've stopped crediting VAs, which I find that to be very disrespectful. So we've only been able to rely on the actors self-announcing their roles. Going forward here, which I find that to be very stupid here. Like, honestly, what was the point of making this game if you can't credit your VAs? Like, honestly, we have 3 VAs that still are not revealed. It's thanks to the game. They're just choosing not to reveal their VAs. Like Banyu, the new voice of Soldier 11 from the recast, and I myself have been trying to contact the voice actors, no answer. Contacting the directors of the game, no answer, and even the sound cadence, the studio is recording the voices of the game, no answer. It's all thanks to one stupidity that we've been dealing with. That's because the developers are refusing to credit the English VAs in game. Now, if you look at their website, you can see all they have is the Japanese and Chinese voices on there. I think that is just pretty messed up here. This all comes to their localization team. Like, what are they doing? Like, what in the world is the localization team doing here? Do they just not care about the... I get that we were in the SAG after strike, but that strike is now over. And look at this. The website is showing them just the Japanese and Chinese voice actors and no English. Truly, what kind of localization department is this? I mean, this is absolutely wrong here. Like, honestly, this is absolutely wrong. Even in the special programs, no VAs since 1.3, and now not even updating the description with any of them. Come on, like, this is disrespectful to the VAs like this. So truly, first, if you're seeing this, your localization department for Zenless Zone Zero clearly messed this up so bad. Despite the feedback we've been leaving to the devs, they just don't listen. Like, honestly, what kind of a game is this who just doesn't listen to their fans? Like, literally. If a voice actor wants to be anonymous, at least put in the description anonymous instead of just leaving it completely blank. Like, truly, what kind of bullshit is this? Truly. The only way for us to know who voices who is the voice actors announcing their roles themselves, with the game not saying anything. I feel like it should be the responsibility ability of sound cadence to tell us who voices who. They clearly, if they can do a cast list for their shows, why can't they do the same thing on their website to telling us who voices who in the game? You can just basically update the cast list the same way you update for your shows. This is unacceptable. We're currently down into patch 2.7 now, which just came out today, if you will. And still nothing. No updates to the voice actors whatsoever. Despite the feedback we've been leaving them, they just don't listen. The developers upset. They just don't listen. Whoever's in charge of their localization needs to be fired. Like, seriously. Seriously, this is disrespectful to the voice actors. If you want to remain anonymous, at least put it in the description that actor is anonymous. That's something Genshin Impact has been doing. So voice actors are choosing to stay anonymous. Even Honkai still credits the English V8 on their special programs and in the description. Genshin Impact does those in the description, but in this game, in Zenless Zone Zero, they still don't understand that the strike is over. Like, honestly. Those developers just don't listen to the fans at all. We've been dealing with this crap since version 1.3. And now we're getting close to 3.0, and we still don't have the English VAs credited. Like I said, I've been trying to contact Chris Sabat. We think he's the voice of Ben, but he is not responding to any of my messages. Same thing goes for Fiona Rin. As no response. We have no clues doing Soldier 11. It's because the stupid developers just do not listen to the fans. We clearly are asking you one thing. Please credit your VAs. And unfortunately, the game just still is choosing not to. Truly. What kind of a localization team is this? Honestly. What kind of a localization team is this? Like, literally, what kind of a localization team is this? Despite many emails to Oilverse, they just don't listen, honestly. Sorry, but literally. They just don't listen. And this is a coming up to and still no VA credits. What are those developers doing? Since 1.3, you failed to credit the VAs, and you never bothered pairing unlike your sister Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Please get off your lazy butt and credit your VAs. Like, truly, what Zenless Zone Zero is doing to the English VAs is unacceptable. Plus, even in the special program, they are blocking VAs to announce until the patch is live. What kind of crap is this? In Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact, the VA is announced as soon as the special program is announced. But not here in Zenless Zone Zero. Like, honestly, what are these devs doing? Do they just not care? Do they just think we don't want the VAs revealed? What are they doing here? Despite all the feedback we've been leaving to them, they just would not listen here. Honestly. Whoever's responsible for this mistake needs to be fired. Like, truly, this is unacceptable. Like, literally. If the devs can't reveal the VAs, it is the studio's responsibility to reveal the VAs, which they're not doing. I myself contacted the studio early on in version 1. They say, stay tuned to the game social media, and they'll tell you, just so they don't want to have to announce themselves. Like, literally. I'm placing both the blame on sound cadence and students that's recording for Zenless Zone Zero and the developers. Like, truly, this is unacceptable. We've been asking since 1.3 for the VAs to be credited. And those developers just would not listen. Like, literally. Like, literally. Even if we ask the VAs for confirmation, they would just try to say it's not them. Just, I'm not, for reasons. Like, honestly, those devs at Zone Zero caused trouble to the VA more than they help. I get that some VAs have been recast, but it is the developer's responsibility to reveal who voices who. We're kind of close to version 3.0 and still nothing. Honestly. Version 1.3 is the last version we've seen. Then the Zone Zero credit the VAs. This is unacceptable. Honestly, this is very unacceptable. Like, literally. 1.2 was the last special program where the VAs were credited. And we don't have any clue as to who voices the other. Since 1.3, no one has been credited. And look at this. This crap that the developers are doing. This is absolute bull crap here. You see, no VA reveal here. What the fuck are those developers doing here? Apologies for the cussing, but this really needs to have been said. We're close to 3.0, and truly, those developers don't give a crap about this. Like, literally. All I'm asking is for the VAs to be credited. The version 1.2 special program is the only program that had the VAs credited. And since then, the game has been wheezing around that they don't want to have to credit the VAs. Instead, having to rely just on us fans to do the work ourselves. No, Sherlock, that is not how it works here. Like, literally, no, Sherlock, that is not how it works here. Truly. Really, I think this needs to be corrected as soon as possible. But I'll leave it at that. But truly, I'll say this. If those developers can't get their act together and credit the VAs in-game or on the website, and just go back to reviewing their VAs, they need to be fired. Like, truly. Genshin Impact and Hawkeye Star Rail do a lot more, or better crediting their VAs. So truly, Hoyoverse, if you're seeing this, you need to get off your lazy ass and credit your VAs. Because truly, this is unacceptable. And you expect us, for us not to know who voices who. But to my standpoint, since the developers have not been able to do anything about it since 1.3, like, I get that we were in a strike, but the strike is now over, so just please listen to your fans and credit your VAs. That is all I'm asking. That is all I'm asking. Like, literally. The strike has been since July 26th. It ended July 9th. So, I don't know why. Y'all can't credit your VAs. Like, honestly. Even during the strike, it doesn't give you any leeway to not credit your VAs. So, to the devs, you're making a grave mistake not crediting your VAs. And whoever's responsible for this needs to be fired. Because truly, this is unacceptable. We are asking for one thing and one thing only. We need the English VAs credited. Because at this time, we still don't know who voices Banu, Soldier 11, and you. It's because of the developer's stupidity for not crediting the VAs. And now with the new build that's in, we're dealing with Cecilia. And you now, again, both VAs have not been revealed in their special programs that came out. Despite everything we've been telling the developers, they just don't listen. Like, honestly, those devs just don't listen. You see, no VA. Like, honestly, whoever is responsible for this needs to be fired. Enough is enough. We fans are not messing around with this, so we'll leave it at that. My final closing argument is, we fans are not messing around. So whoever, again, is responsible for this needs to be fired. End of story. Thank you for listening to me, because this is truly such a serious development here. Still 3 blank VAs from the previous patches, and 2 in this current patch, which the developers are just too lazy to announce the who voices who. Now, I must admit, developers are announcing for the Japanese and Chinese VAs. If you guys can announce for Japanese and Chinese VAs, then why can't you do the same thing for English? And you're working with sound cadence, so If you guys can't even announce any roles, have sound cadence to it. Sound cadence can at least update their web pages for that. So truly, my last word is, since those devs are not doing their jobs, they're just not listening to the feedback. Truly, those devs need to be fired. And this is truly unacceptable. Those devs need to be fired. Like, literally. If I were to run Hoyoverse, I would do anything just to get the VAs credited. And it's now we're in 2.7. So no VAs are credited in game, neither on their website, and the developers are just doing nothing about it. So truly, Hoyoverse, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this video, please get off your lazy ass and credit the VAs and English VAs in Zenless Zone Zero, because this is totally unacceptable. And whoever's responsible for making this mistake since 1.3 needs to be fired. Because truly, this is unacceptable. But even in 1.1, when we had our first recasts, they failed to tell us who voiced who. It's because of their stupidity in that. Like, honestly. Look, even in the trailer, they don't even update this to who voices who with the English voices. But Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact that. If Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact can credit English VAs, why can't you do the same thing? That's all I'm asking. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. My final word is, those developers need to get off their shit and credit their VAs. The English VAs for the game. Otherwise, you might see some fans step away from this from Zenless Zone Zero. I've seen on social media asking who the VAs are, and we don't know who is who. It's all things stupid Hoyoverse who is just choosing not to credit their VAs. So truly, please get off your lazy ass and credit your VAs. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining us on this rant video. I know it's a long one, but this is something I need to get off my chest. If you like what just make sure to subscribe so you don't get notifications. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this would show a message to others that we fans are not messing around here. Y'all have a nice day.